How to complicate your life miserably, but miserably. Why? Not only for the result, because you lose 3-1 and la qualificazione alle ottavi, you get this much of a chance left. That's about it. If you can muster a victory against Newcastle in Newcastle and hope that Borussia Dortmund beats PSG, because PSG and Newcastle tie. And so that could be the only scenario where Milan actually goes to the next round of the Champions League. Let's hope they don't get eliminated of Europa competitions completely. We'll see what happens in a couple of weeks. But guys, not only you complicate yourself because of the result, but you get a clear opportunity to start the game on the right foot. Because Milan starts the game on the right foot. They get an early penalty at the 6th minute. Giroud steps up, misses the penalty, and 3 minutes later, there's a penalty for Borussia Dortmund. They take advantage of it. They score 1-0 up, and seeing Calabria argue the penalty made my blood boil. My blood boil. Why are you arguing for a clear penalty? For a clear penalty. I'm not sure, but he knew he had screwed up. He knew he had screwed up. Borussia Dortmund goes up 1-0. There is a bit of a reaction from Milan where they control the ball again, lots of ball possession. Around the 28th minute, they get like 2-3 corners in a row, not for actual shots on net, but deflections, defenders, breaking down the play. And finally, Milan tied the game with Chukwueze. Chukwueze, finally a good goal. I didn't dislike his performance today, guys. He gave it his all. Tried a few things. Sometimes he complicates his life. Doesn't take the easy solution. Doesn't make the simple play. But overall, not a bad performance. Same thing with Pulisic on the other side. Guys, they faced a Hummels that was once again perfect today. I think he makes one little mistake in the second half where Loftus-Cheek beats him. But if not, the perfect example is Pulisic running down the wing and he comes like a horse and he takes it off Pulisic's foot. So Milan go at halftime 1-1. Yes, with more ball possession. Yes. Any chances created? Any real chances created besides the goal? Not really. A few corners. Borussia Dortmund was up 1-0. They hadn't taken a shot yet. They were basically invisible for the first 20 minutes as well. But in that first half, every time Borussia Dortmund counterattacked, you were kind of nervous because Malina on that left-hand side for Borussia was going down that pitch. And every time you saw him, you were like, he could do something to hurt us. Second half comes. Thiago gets hurt. What does Pioli do? Because you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. Now, Thiago, another injury, Milan and injuries, like makes no sense. Like it's ridiculous. Another infortunio muscular. He pulls something, even him. Decides to put in Krunic instead of a defender. Probably going to la difesa 3, moving things around. But you were already suffering Borussia on the counterattacks because of their speed. And you decide to put in Krunic. And the game ended there. Why? Because Borussia Dortmund scores 2 goals. The second one, mezza papera di Magna, because he makes the save, but he kind of slips. It goes in. Anyways, mezza papera. 3-1. I'm not going to fault Magna for anything, for the amount of games that he saved Milan. 3-1, and then he puts in Shaka Traore for Chukwueze, and he decides to put Jovic as well, who hits a post, takes one shot, he hits the post. But Milan, not enough determination, not enough want, la voglia di vincere. Where was la voglia di vincere? You need to win. I expected a PSG type of performance. Not that their performance was completely horrible, but you needed something more. And you go down, you lose 3-1. Borussia Dortmund finishes first of the group. Lucky that PSG and Newcastle can only tie this game. Now, Milan and Newcastle are tied. PSG has 7 points. Milan and Newcastle has 5. So basically, the last game will determine who goes to the next round of the Champions League. So if Borussia Dortmund wins against PSG, then Milan would have to win against Newcastle. Newcastle wins, Milan is out. PSG wins against Borussia Dortmund, Milan and Newcastle, no matter what happens, are out. Now, I don't know if they tie between PSG and Borussia Dortmund and Milan wins, if Milan still gets to pass. I think they're going to have the same amount of points with PSG, but I'm not sure. So, we'll see. But in reality, Milan depends heavily on Borussia Dortmund and on what they do against Newcastle. But horrible. And so let's hope at the end Milan is not completely out of the European competitions, although the Europa League is not the Champions League. Battling up and extra money for the season is very important. So let me know what you think in the comments, like and subscribe.